So yeah, picking back up on that last video, I am ex-con. Um, was locked up for a few years, saw a lot of things, had a lot of fights, won some, lost a lot of them actually. I I was, I mean, I'm like about 200 right now. Some of that's in my gut. Um, was in pretty good shape when I got out, and then I got married and got lazy. Now that goes. Uh, all you guys out there that are married, I need to get back on it. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, when I first got locked up, I got my head kicked in a few times. And just I got my uh, I got my props just because I could take a licking and I wouldn't quit. You know. Um, was gang affiliated. Got away from the gang affiliations a couple years before I got out. Decided that didn't want to spend the rest of my life in prison. Didn't want to get sagged. Didn't want to. Uh, didn't want to keep repeating the same behavior. I mean, I joined up I joined up. With the prison organization for the brothers and the camaraderie and all that. Looking for a sense of purpose amidst years and years of nothingness. So it seemed, being locked up in there, wasting away, and it was cool. I met some pretty cool people. As it is, I've still got some friends that I, keep in touch with. That mind their p's and q's and you know do no wrong, such as myself. I try to keep uh, I try to keep myself surrounded by positive people. I don't really associate with anybody from my past. Uh, I I believe that we are who we associate with. Birds of a feather and all that. I mean, if you hang around positive people, you tend to be positive. If you hang around negative people, you tend to be negative. If you're a negative person and you decide to surround yourself around with a lot of positive people, it's almost impossible to stay negative. You'll either disassociate yourself from them, or you will, eventually, by osmosis, or just, however it works out. I think the positivity, rubs off on you. Um, but so I don't associate with negativity as a general rule. I don't associate with people that are involved in anything from my past. I've had a few people that I've touched base with on after all that time, and I don't really got nothing for them. Um, I got a couple of really really good friends that have been through what I've been through, been where I've been. We can relate, kind of like people in the military that you know and I'm not equating myself to military. That's a whole different ballgame. It's a different type of institutionalization, and I got nothing but mad props for the people in the military. I actually wanted to join the military. I tried when they were looking at giving me time. I wanted to be a Marine, and they told me to go and screw myself. They said, "You're not getting out of this, boy. You're gonna go and you're gonna go serve your time." You know, but I did. I wanted to be a Marine, and I think I might have made a good one. You know, I survived some trials and tribulations. I mean, a little bit of heart. I think I would have done all right. You know, never know until you've been tested. But I've been in situations that tested my mettle, and I made it through the other side. So um, I was like 115 pounds when I got locked up. Got my ass whooped a lot. After a couple years and lifting weights and gaining some size and learning how to give back what I got, I didn't have too many fights after that. I pretty much got along with everybody, and people knew I would stand up for myself. So I didn't have a rough time of it as a general rule. But I associate with a few people that have been where I've been. It's hard to go through something like that, and took me a few years to integrate into society for me to not be so on guard, not be so uh, I don't know what's the term. It's the same thing a lot of people coming out of the military go through. It's took a few years. Just like to get to where my wife and I we argue and stuff, and I would just get so upset, and I wouldn't say anything. I'd keep it, you know, and she used to say I'm closed, I'm bottled up, but it's just a matter of just trying to keep myself in check instead of reverting back to a prison way of thinking, because the things people do out here and the disrespectful way that people carry themselves and deal with others, it'll get you hurt in prison. There's no disrespecting and no, you just don't do that. You get out of line, you're liable to, get your jaw broke. That's just how it is. You don't, excuse me, everything's about respect. You don't have but a couple things to your name in there, whether you're in a gang or whether it's just your cell, your pictures, whatever. It's about all you got. So, you protect everything fiercely, and your pride and your honor. That's the one thing that no one can really just take. I mean, they could take it. I've seen some people who got it too, and I just resigned it within myself that I didn't have enough self-esteem to be anybody's bitch in prison, and I probably would have committed suicide or something. And so my thing is just I'd rather die on my feet like a man. So I fought, stood my ground. Didn't always win, but I earned the respect, and at the end of the day, here I am, intact, and not everybody made it out like that. Some people go in and get a lot worse. Prison is a place where people can wither away. It takes a certain mindset to hold true to a course of action that will better yourself and get you out to where you're going to get out and stay out. And even then, even if you got your mindset in the right place, it's so easy for people to get out, and it's so easy for people to get out and get caught back up. They can't get a job, or some people disrespect them and piss them off and get out of line with them, to where, like in prison, you get into a fight and, your mom comes to visit you, and you say, yeah, I got in trouble, and they took some good time, and I got to do another year, or I got another 6 months or something. They denied me parole because of it, and this happened, and then your mom says, well, why'd you get into a fight? You say, oh, he called me a bitch. And they say, well, so 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 what? So what? He called you a bitch, but you can't do that. I mean, especially if you got a lot of time, then somebody calls you a bitch, you try to break his face. It's you know, you'll get your ass whooped trying to break his face, one or the other. Just let it be known you're not a bitch. Because the first time you let somebody get away with it, people around you, they see that. It's a small community. Everything's on microcosm as opposed to a macrocosm, and you see all the different social aspects of our world, up close and personal in there. Racial division, things like that, and so everybody knows everybody, though. It's a real close, tight knit community, and the first time you let somebody get out of line with you like that and don't do anything, then they say, "Oh yeah, that dude there, he's a bitch," and bitch doesn't mean what it means in the world. You can say, "Ah, what's up, bitch?" To your homeboy, but not in prison. You just don't do that, and so. Yeah, and then next thing you know, you got people trying to steal your commissary or steal other things, your manhood, stuff like that. So you just nip it in the bud. People don't really understand it, but Got to do what you got to do. You know, you gotta you gotta handle up. It's all you live by a whole another set of rules in there, and prison is a place where things change. You know, everything's racially divided. They encourage it. Ah, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna come back and make another video. This one's 10 minutes long. I'm gonna just stop this here. um, okay, we're just gonna make this. We're gonna do like some prison segments here, and you know, talk about prison all day long. Something I know, hold close to my heart. I know it intimately. Um, okay, yeah. So, I'll be back later.